race, y'all. Off the Euro step, straight to the net, ball to collect. Never misguided, this step remain incorrect. I feel I buried all of my competition in sets. The only reason I'm addressing them's to pay my respect.
Alright, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to TGTV. So, we have got some Pro-Am gameplay for you. Finally in Arenas. You guys have been begging for Arena gameplay and it just wasn't out yet. We have no footage, no full footage of games inside the TGTV Dome. That'll be coming at you guys tomorrow. We still gotta get some clips in there. The one gameplay that I actually have was where I got that unbelievable block from Deshaun. First of all, credit to him on that. That was ridiculous. But we were playing against all computers by the fourth quarter. Right after that block, all of them left. So it was like we didn't really feel like continuing to record that video. But anyway, let's get into this, guys. I want to talk to you guys about why Arenas are so great and why they were so worth the wait. Now, I would have loved to have had Arenas out when the game first released. I was so excited to play in them, and in a lot of ways I was disappointed because I didn't think it was gonna, or I thought it was gonna be a long time before we could play in them. And fortunately, 2K's patch came a lot earlier than most fans expected, and we've been able to play Pro-Am in the Arenas for the past few days. And now it's to tell you guys about why it's so worth it and why you should give Pro-Am a chance. Now, anybody who played Crew, I want to tell you guys this. This is so close to the Crew experience. There's so many factors that are better. There's obviously factors that are worse. And I want to start off by talking to you guys about factors that are better than Crew, and this will kind of just coincide with why this is a great game mode, why Arenas are worth it, why it was worth the wait, all that. So, to start off, I think the crowd atmosphere and everything like that just adds this whole new feeling of importance to the games. And with the leaderboards, that was already adding importance in the early Pro-Am games, and I still felt like every Pro-Am game was important, but there's just this even more of a feeling now that we're in these Arenas, seeing your guy get hyped and going crazy with the fans after hitting a shot. There's stuff like that, those little things that makes this game mode so fun to me. And I love the custom courts because you get to see other people's creativity, and although some people's courts can be annoying, I will admit that, it's nice to be able to play on new, different courts, and it gives you that experience of almost feeling like you're playing in a real, even let's just to say a real 2K game, like you're a real team, and that feeling of being a real team is really what I think is probably the most appealing factor to me, to feel like you've really created a team and you're building that team. But I'll get to the gameplay. It felt like the first night the shots weren't falling as well, but obviously you guys can tell on the second night, which is when we recorded this, we were absolutely draining them, and it was great. I think they got the sliders exactly where they need to be. We're hitting most of our open shots, still missing some of them, which is normal, but the game mode thus far is absolutely great. I could be more happy with it, but it's met my expectations for the most part. So now that I've talked a little bit about what's so great about it, I will go back to what's so great about it, but I want to talk about some of the stuff that some of you crew heads might be missing that I think I was missing, and they're very little things, but they still might get to you, and I think you should still give it a chance. But I want to give the full disclaimer that these things are in there or are lacking this. Now, obviously, the cheese that was back in 2K11, stuff like that we have the luxury of not having to deal with anymore, and now we can kind of just focus on real gameplay. But one thing that kind of bothered me is there's no commentary during the games, and I usually love, look at those stats, oh my god, I loved hearing the commentators talk about our players, using our nicknames, stuff like that. That was one of the coolest parts of 2K11, and the fact that they didn't bring that back for this year, it doesn't kill the game mode, but the game mode could certainly be better if they had the announcers and the commentary and stuff. So I'm hoping that maybe if they ever did that in a patch, that would be ridiculous. But for 2K17, I'd love to see them add that. Outside of that, that's the one thing I could really think of. I think not having a bench, not having a coach, that kind of takes away from things as well. And that's another vibe thing. That's another, like, outside of a real game vibe. And that was always my problem with Jordan Rec Center, was that it felt like Rec was just this extended park mode that just took too long to play. Like, that's honestly how it felt, where this feels like, okay, we're out here and we're trying to get wins. That's our purpose. Our purpose isn't rep. Our purpose is to get wins as a team, move up that leaderboard, and be the best we can. And I think the feeling of being a team, that aspect really comes through, or it needs to come through, and this game was doing a good job of letting it come through. And the team aspect is great. I think the real game aspect has some room to be improved with things like announcers, with things like the bench, stuff like that. And the arenas, though, the crowd, stuff like that, it already adds enough to it, and it's great where it is. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely great. So I'll go back to talking a little bit about things I like about it and what you guys can expect from Pro-Am in the future. I'm hoping to do some of these. Do you guys like the 2-in-1, or would you guys like to see more gameplay from one video? I think if it's like a really, really intense video, I'll probably make it a one video kind of thing and like have it build up to a big climactic ending, whether we win or lose. But when it's just games like this, fun games, like we ran 3 last night, 2 here, or 2 away, 2 home. I mean, 1 home. Oh my god, where's my math skills right now? But yeah, the 1 home game, like I said, they ended up quitting after Deshaun's block embarrassed all of them so badly, and they were disgraced. But no, we've definitely faced some good opponents, and I think that this in the court seems to be more of a fair playing field, and I'm not sure why that is, but for some reason that's the case. And it's just felt like the teams are more evenly matched. Like the first night, I believe we went 1-2, I would say. And I wasn't recording because I had a feeling we were going to be having problems on the courts, but we left that night pretty disappointed in ourselves, and we said, okay, we got to go out here next night, and we got to change things. And like I said, that is what's so great about this game mode, is you get to feel like you're a real team who's making real big moves in this game to try to make your team better and to try to make a name for yourself. And I'm hoping we can make a name for ourselves, guys. Make sure to post down below if you enjoyed this. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Tell me what you guys think of the Pro-Am experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be making sure to get you guys some more Pro-Am soon. Let me know, guys.